So hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about design thinking based OSI layers in protocols. So generally the protocols are which forward the information from source to destination based on the acknowledgement of the source and destination. So the OSI layer is the default model of the communication system which is used to transfer the protocols. So the OSI is Open System Interconnect model, which is specify the protocols for user, and moreover, it is used to send the information from any kind of data to the receiver. The OSI is having several layers, starting from application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, on the data link layer and physical layer. So these seven layers are specified this open system interconnect model. So based on this seven layer, we can able to transmit more number of protocols based on the application of the layers. So normally the layers are very useful to follow the instructions from the protocols, and it will be fetch the information also, and it can able to transmit the based on the protocols. It may be forward the data to the destination with the help of their information. So let me discuss how this design thinking process will be implemented for OSI model, especially for these protocols. So starting from we can discuss.
So let me just start with the empathy part. So what is the empathy? It's nothing but we have to understand what the actual problem is and we have to find a solution for it later. So coming to the OSI layers, there's the top three layers. The first layer is layer number 7. That is the application layer. So that layer just acts as the interface between the user and the network. So for example, we don't have to we will be facing a lot of issues. So to avoid that, in a certain web page, we don't have to refresh it more and more times just for us to work better. And then next step is the same thing. We don't have to repeat the same thing just to get our work done. And the next layer is layer number 6. That's the presentation layer. So it will consist of data formatting and all those things. Nothing but we have to know what we are doing, and also if for example if you are taking a web page, everything must be in a clear format. We should be able to understand. So that comes under the application layer, and the layer number 5 is the session layer. So if you are opening a lot of applications, we need to know how to manage. So this application layer allows us to work through all the tabs which we are using.
So interpose communication between the devices.
So next we come into the define part. First to identify the communication input that we have faced in the IOT layer. So the few layers are session layer where the handles the session problems like a delay, delivery fail, and the sync error. And also the transport layer comes under the fourth layer, which manages the data, like problems like happen in the data loss and some connection issues. So our goal is to identify these communication problems to improve our communication reliability. So next I'm going to discuss about the ideate part. In ideate part, how we transfer the message or transfer something, and how we get delivered from that message or something process. So in this layer we have two layers. The fourth layer is transport layer and the fifth layer is network layer. In transport layer, how the end-to-end message is delivered and how it's the process and protocols, and we improving the protocols like versions like TCP and UDP. The TCP means transmission control protocol, and the UDP means user datagram protocols. So next is network processing.
TCP is a connection oriented services. UDP for connection. It's the online gaming purpose we are using UDP protocols.
So next network protocol. It is a network. We addressing like IP address. We using this addressing. So these are the network which this is the IP part.
So IP address is the main purpose we are using, because based on the IP address only we can know about the system configuration. For example, if you want to access any other system, means we need to know the IP address, concern IP address of the system.
So next comes the prototyping. So in this phase, we design and build the communication system network layer. So after this, we have two layers. One is physical layer and another one is data link layer. Uh, these include few protocols, and the design focus over here is to implement working model which ensures framing of the network and to transmit data and to enhance between two systems. And we have several protocols. One of the main protocols is using PPP, which stands for point to point protocol, where we use in Ethernet. So this manages the MAC addressing, and then comes the Wi-Fi, and then for Bluetooth we use RS-232, which is a physical protocol, and then for Wi-Fi we use IEEE standard protocols, which manages to ensure data transmitting between two systems. And our main objective is to implement working model which transmits data from one form to one appliance to another appliance, like from computers to mobile phones. And these sometimes physical data transmission before. And sometimes the data transmission cables may from cables, and sometimes it may be in wireless.
So coming up to the testing part. So the testing part is to evaluate the efficient protocols of the user's experience. So in the design thinking focus, continuously testing the protocol performance may increase the protocol performance and latency reliability of user satisfaction. And next is the testing tools also include wireshark, that is the packet of analyzers that is inspect the protocol performance. And next comes is the rate router, that is for the connectivity and its path. And this is to ensure that the protocol's performance include the stack in center and the adjustments are made for the better performance.
So let me conclude this way. So we saw about 4 systems integrity. It has 7 layers. That's not told. It's one of the default part. So it is mainly used for the security purposes because it has 7 layers. So it is more in tight sitting bits. So as based on depending approach, we can use more than a communication. Thank you.
Thank you.